Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2019 Keystone Passport 2710 RB. This is a great couples layout. You have a big rear bath with a lot of storage, a super slide on the off-door side with both a U-shaped dinette and theater seating directly across from the TV. If we take a look at the kitchen, you'll see you actually have pretty good prep space. It's a pretty unique shape that they did with the kitchen here, because you kind of have this cut out from the bedroom space, which we'll see in a little bit. On the wall right here, you see the spice rack. Directly underneath, the countertops themselves are a seamless countertop, which is great because you don't have to worry about T-mold popping off, and it allows you to undermount the sink, which, as you can see, gives a much nicer appearance. Big single bowl undermount stainless steel sink in this kitchen with a high-rise pull-out faucet. It's not super common in a lighter weight RV that they have the nicer fixtures like the pull-out, but it's definitely appreciated. It's a lot easier to wash and rinse dishes. And myself, when I go camping, I'll have like a Keurig coffee maker. You can just take this, fill up your little water reservoir there. Just makes life nice and easy. Over to the side is your 3-burner cooktop with a glass cover. That way you can use that as prep space. It, of course, folds up and back just like so. The knobs do light up, and the oven is underneath if you want to do some baking. Underneath the oven, good storage there. Just kind of want to open it up to show you how deep that is. It's perfect for pots and pan storage right there. Underneath the sink, they give you a trash can. Not only do you have to worry about where you're going to put it, but they gave you the trash can. They built the space specifically for it. A bank of 4 drawers. Pull those out for you again to show you the size. That's one of the things I like that Passport did kind of in the late 2019s, moving into the 2020 model years, as we're starting to see some of those come in, is that instead of having the door with like the couple white drawers, they went to a standard bank of drawers. Across the top, you'll see storage here too. Again, this one is pretty open. One of the things I like that's fairly unique is they actually put a light in there. They know that it's a big space, and you know, a lot of times it can be hard to see, but you can turn that light on so you can see what's in there. And it also kind of gives a cool appearance to the glass, that frosted glass where the light kind of pops through. Same access or same storage area, different access point right over to the side. Microwave, your hood with a light and a fan. The fridge freezer has like the stainless looking panels on there. It does run off both propane and electric, and also has automatic switchover. Moving back a little bit further, we get into the entertainment area. A little bit of storage up top, not a ton. Again, you have a light back here, kind of, you know, one more time, kind of gives the nice appearance, kind of helps. It makes things a little more seamless as well between the kitchen and the entertainment area. Right here in the center is the TV. As I mentioned, it's across from theater seats, which you'll see in a little bit. Tied into that TV is the multimedia center here. This is a DVD player, controls the speakers in here as well as the ones outside. Some additional storage right underneath, but the big storage is actually right back here. Take a look at that. You get this huge pantry area. The shelves obviously don't come all the way up. You have a lot of space, which is cool. So that way, if you have a broom that you bring with you or a vacuum, you have a place in which you can keep that. Right here, you see the coat hooks up top as well as the bench seat down below. To be honest, it is a little tight. You know, I sat in here a little bit ago. You have to watch out for the fire extinguisher. You know, obviously it's not meant for anything more than to put your shoes on, so chances are you'd be out here anyway. But it is just kind of a tight space. But it's a good idea. You know, I just wish it were 3 or 4 inches wider. Right here is the main control panel. One of the things I do want to point out is the water heater itself does run off both LP and electric, and you can turn on both those at the same time for faster recovery. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it is a rear bath model, and as you can see, you have a ton of space in here. The reason I like rear bath floor plans is because you generally do get a big bathroom with a lot of storage, and more importantly, it gives you a place in which you can actually change clothes besides the bedroom, because bedrooms in most travel trailers are pretty tight, unless it has like, you know, like a slide out bed or something like that. Otherwise, they're pretty tight. So having this rear bath gives you a space in which you can get dressed. For the toilet, you know, I wish they would have angled it a little more this way personally. You know, the way it's angled, it just kind of, my right arm rubs a little bit on the wall. But in all honesty, it's still plenty of room. Over to this side is your sink top. You can see a big countertop here. Plumbing access as well as a little bit of storage underneath. You have this, the shelf for, you know, if you want to put like some folded towels and stuff there, and big storage underneath that. Mirrored medicine cabinet up top. Large wardrobe. Plenty of space to hang clothes right up there, as well as a shelf built in. So you can certainly appreciate that. Again, if this is the main spot you'll be getting dressed, you probably want a lot of your clothes in here. Neo-angle shower with doors and a roller track. So that way when you're done showering and you open the doors up, all the water goes down into the shower pan instead of on the floor. I'm 6 foot tall. Because the ceiling height here, as you can see, I have plenty of room. It's one of the great things about having that barreled ceiling. That skylight gives you even more space. So I mean, I can be 6'3" and still be able to shower in here without having to bend down. You'll also notice the hand wand and then a couple of shelves behind me. And lastly, right outside the shower is a large additional linen closet. Moving back up into the main living area, as I mentioned, this one has the super slide. So, theater seats directly across from the TV, right where you want it, especially this seat right here. I mean, obviously this one you have to angle a tiny bit, but it's still a great shot. Both of these do recline. You have the cup holder here in the center, which doubles as an armrest. It's a removable armrest, so if you want to take it out and snuggle, you can do that. As far as beverages you put in here, I definitely put something in here that has a cap or a lid because, you know, it does move around a little bit. You don't want it to spill everywhere. Right down here, you will see you have electrical outlet as well as 2 sets of USB ports. Can't talk today. So that way, if you have any electronics, whether it's an iPad, cell phone, whatever it may be, you can plug it in there. You have an additional electrical outlet over there, so plenty of places to be able to plug those in. U-shaped dinette. Great thing about this is it gives you plenty of space for 4 people to comfortably sit. Also, it has a leatherette seat on here. So if you have like kids or grandkids or something that are visiting and, you know, they spill something or make a mess of the food, it's nice and easy to clean up. This also does drop down into a bed that can easily sleep 2 fully grown adults. And you will notice the auxiliary lighting underneath. You can turn this off if you don't like it, but you have the lighting here as well as the courtesy lights, the blue courtesy lights. They are all on the same switch. And large storage underneath. You can take a look at that. You'll see that on both sides right there. This is the sink top cover. So, you know, that way you have that additional prep space in the kitchen. The bedroom features a full residential 60 by 80 queen size bed. I love when manufacturers do that, you know, especially if you're a little bit taller. That way your feet don't hang off. Huge nightstands on both sides. And in those nightstands, you'll see electrical outlet and USB ports. Right up above is mirrored wardrobe storage. You'll have the little shelf up top and storage going across the top here. If we take a look at the foot of the bed, you'll notice the nice slider pocket door. Again, kind of keeping the same look as what we have in the cabinets up top. We saw those in the kitchen as well as the ones above the bed. And that little cutout I showed you in the kitchen, this is why it's cut out. It's because you have this cubby storage, perfect for additional clothes that you have folded. If you want a TV in the bedroom, this is where it will mount. There is a backer, and then the connections for that are on the ceiling. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a look at some of the outside features on the Passport 2710 RB. Right up front is a power tongue jack. This makes it a lot easier to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle because all you have to do is flip the rocker switch to raise and lower the tongue. And you'll also see there's a light right here in case you need a little extra visibility at night. Right behind that are 2 20-pound propane tanks with the cover. Further yet behind that, rails for the battery. And over to the side is your solar prep. So if you want solar, simply buy the portable panels, plug it in right there, and it will trickle charge the battery. On the front is the diamond etch plating, helping to protect the front end from rocks and debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle. And above that is the 3/4 front cap. I really like that they did that on the Passports. I really think it's a great look. It makes it stand out a little bit more. Definitely great, not only while at the campsite, but also looks good going down the road. Coming around to the side is the pass-through storage. One of the things you'll notice is it has a covered hinge, so you don't have a bunch of rust coming down the door, and it's magnetic, so you can put it up just like so. If any kids or grandkids come by and go to shut it, or maybe you yourself, you don't have to worry about breaking the plastic tabs, because there aren't any. So if you take a look inside, you will notice the big pass-through storage space. Same size door on the other side. The opening is large enough. If you have a grill or big chairs or anything you need to slide in here, you can. The light right there is also motion censored. So if you put that on the motion sensor setting, when you open up the door, it turns on, when you close it down, it shuts itself off after a little bit. Power awning. Notice how large the power awning is. It's from right here all the way to the back over the rear kitchen there, the outside kitchen. So you can touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go back in. And you have an LED light strip there for light at night. 2 outside speakers underneath that, so you can listen to music out here. Those are tied into that multimedia center inside, but as I mentioned, that unit is Bluetooth capable. So if you're sitting out here, you can connect to it via Bluetooth and somewhat control your music without having to go in and mess with it. Key TV system. This is an awesome system that Keystone came out with. It really simplifies everything. You have 1 satellite input, 1 cable input on the back of the RV, and then that feeds to all the outputs. So you'll see the same thing. You have a satellite output and a cable output right here. Your electrical outlet is right there. Set up your TV, good to go. The mounting bracket, they did show exactly where you want to put that. There is a backer that they specifically put in the wall. Right down below, Passport calls it load equalization axles. Essentially, it is a spread axle system, and what that means for you is less sway while traveling down the road, so it will tow smoother. You know, you won't get quite as much of that sway action. That's a big deal, especially if you don't plan on using like a weight distribution hitch because, you know, you're towing with a 3/4 ton truck or whatever it may be. Having those spread axles, you will certainly enjoy that. You'll also notice that you have aluminum alloy wheels, which not only look great now, but will continue to do so because they don't rust. The MORryde step system that's on here is extremely stable. I'm over 200 pounds. As you can see, the steps don't even flex. It basically moves the whole trailer there. Aluminum treads on here too. Just like our wheels, you're not gonna have to worry about any kind of rust. There's grip tape on there for extra traction and the larger grab handle as well, so you have better control when entering or exiting the RV. You'll also see that it has the Keystone blue little plate on there, just a nice little extra touch. Making our way back a little bit further is the outside kitchen. It's pretty cool when you have these, you know, because you have the rear bath, it kind of allows this to happen. This one has a 2-burner cooktop there, as well as the refrigerator for your condiments and beverages. Not a ton, but really that's all, for me anyway, that's all I want. Just something to cook on, something to have my beverages there. Right underneath is a propane quick connect. Now, that is there mainly for your 2-burner cooktop, but if you have your grill or something you want to bring, by all means, you can hook that up as well. Coming around to the back side, outside shower with both hot and cold water access right here. Right down underneath, this is your key TV inlets for your cable and satellite. Black tank flush to wash out your black tank. Square tubular bumpers with end caps for your sewer hose. Mounted to that is your spare tire width cover, and you'll see backup camera prep right up top. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2019 Keystone Passport 2710 RB. If you're interested in this travel trailer and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.